This is a News Channel 5 news brief.
As you just saw moments ago on Primetime Live, the woman who accused William Kennedy Smith of rape has decided to go public with her identity. At 11 o'clock, we'll have a reaction to Patricia Bowman's Primetime Live appearance. Police did not find any guns, but today did locate the thousands of dollars worth of material that a heavily armed Parma man claimed was to cover the bodies. And in our cover story tonight, we will go home with Mayor Michael White and see his family side. These stories and more at 11 here on News Channel 5.
How has a child changed the lives of the mayor and his wife? We'll go at home with the Whites tonight at 11:15 on News Channel 5. Crime Stoppers tonight at 11 on News Channel 5.
Who accused William Kennedy Smith with rape went public with her name and her story tonight.
Up next, we'll have a reaction to Patricia Bowman's decision to talk.
Detectives say they'll need to search more to find a stash of weapons.
And we'll meet the family side of Mike White in our cover story, coming up next at 11 on News Channel 5.
From News Channel 5, Cleveland's live 24-hour news source continues. Brought to you by Ohio Edison.
Why are you going on camera now?
I'm not a blue blob. I'm a person. It's my name. And it's me. I'm a human being. I have nothing to be ashamed of.
If there was any mystery left to Patricia Bowman's identity, it is gone now, as the woman who accused William Kennedy Smith of rape goes on ABC's Primetime Live to tell her story.
Good evening. During the rape trial, most, but not all, news organizations protected Bowman's identity.
Smith was found innocent, and some would say that it was Bowman who was really on trial. Her interview with Diane Sawyer went into many areas, really, including the defense's portrayal of her as an unstable woman.
What was she doing out at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, I'm sorry. I am a human being, whether I'm male or female. I'm entitled to the same rights as any other person. And I was out at 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't know it was 3 o'clock in the morning. Didn't have a watch on. The first clue was when the lights came on. But so was he.
Bowman still stands by her story that she was raped at the Kennedy's Florida estate and never consented to sex. She says the things that Smith said about the two of them consenting to making love just did not happen.
I know that man raped me, and I seriously wonder what part of the word no he doesn't understand. And I wonder what part of my trying to fight him off he doesn't understand.
As reported on Primetime Live, Smith's attorney says that he considers it an act of libel that Bowman would make these claims on television after his client was found innocent.
Bowman's decision to talk openly and on camera will intensify the debate over the use of rape victims' names. It also raises concern about exactly how future rape victims may react. Ted Hart joins us live now from Cleveland Heights, where he watched Primetime Live tonight here on TV5 with several representatives of Cleveland's Rape Crisis Center. And Ted, what was their reaction tonight?
Well, some mixed emotions, Ted. I'm in the home of Roland Moore. He's with the Cleveland Rape Crisis Center and with a couple other employees of the Cleveland Rape Crisis Center. They said as they watched this interview this evening that they felt Patricia Bowman's pain and her fear, but they also say that they felt a certain amount of anger at the way society tends to treat rape victims, and they thought that that came out a little bit in the way Diane Sawyer handled the interview. They all felt, though, that Patricia Bowman was very convincing in her appearance on Primetime Live. They also said that they're proud of her. They respect her a great deal for coming out and speaking openly. After we watched the interview together, we talked about their reactions.
And all the things Diane Sawyer was bringing in about that other people are very concerned about with her, abortions, possible drug use, sexual abuse as a child. All of those things are totally irrelevant. Whether or not she engaged in any of these activities or was sexually abused has no relevance on whether or not she has the right to say no to someone.
I think she could be very helpful to other victims who have gone through the process and hopefully who have gone through the horror of being raped and want to prosecute. I'm sure she can help them and let them know what to expect.
The jury in the courtroom were 6 people who saw her face and heard her story. Now she has told her story to the rest of us, the other jury. A lot of people are making decisions about guilt and innocence based on what they saw during the coverage of the trial. Now they have another chance to add some information to that.
These people deal with rape victims all the time. They found her very convincing. As Patricia Bowman said in the interview with Diane Sawyer, millions of people believe me. These three are among them. Ted?
You say they found her interview with Diane Sawyer very convincing. You used that phrase several times there. Does this mean, in their opinion anyway, she indeed was raped?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thanks, Ted.
Tonight, the Cleveland School Board decided to go ahead with plans to file a lawsuit against the Illuminating company. The board had to table a vote on the lawsuit back in November. The board claims that from 1987 to 1991, CEI overcharged the school system for electricity at a cost of $5 to $10 million. The suit is now in the hands of the board's legal department.
And if you've been waiting for the word on when Cavs basketball will come back downtown, expect some very good news tomorrow. But if you drive your car downtown to work or shop, the news isn't quite as good. Sources tell News Channel 5 today that the Cavs and Gateway have reached a lease agreement, and it could be signed as early as tomorrow. But we're also told that people who normally park at the Gateway site will now find a good chunk of the parking spaces gone tomorrow morning to continue construction. But it shouldn't create a parking shortage.
There is available parking space. I would say right now there's probably about 10% of the available parking that's unoccupied.
So go on downtown, you'll find a place to park. Commuters who park in the area may have to pay a little more money or walk a little further distance to get a spot.
Some bad news for the Midwest labor force continues to come in tonight. Now Ameritech, based in Chicago, says that it will be cutting back at Ohio Bell. Ameritech is targeting about a third of its management positions, with 1,000 jobs being eliminated through attrition or early retirement. This will all happen over the next 3 years. And Timken Steel in Canton says that it will cut some 900 jobs over the next 5 years. Now, that represents about 5% of its workforce. And again here, most of the jobs cut will be in the white-collar ranks. This is all part of a master plan to streamline its operation. Timken says that it, too, hopes that most of the jobs can be eliminated through attrition and retirement.
Well, the national labor picture...